Hey, welcome back to more fun times with Zelda. Last time we did a bunch of side questing. This time I'm eating some soup. Because I don't have a video ready for today. And I need to get one done as soon as I can. So I'm multitasking, folks. This time we're going to be going to probably one of the more maze-like of the dungeons. And I believe I am going to be thrown for a loop for a tiny bit in here. But that happens to me every other time I play the game, essentially. You're not really going to be needing to actually go into the dungeon. Because technically we're not in a dungeon, and yet we are at the same time right now. But the music's good. Skull Woods. And I'm remembering wrong here, you should go up in that room. Because going this way serves you no purpose. Not yet, anyways. If you go to the left, you'll be able to go to that little... I don't even know what it is. It looks like some strange bug. Except petrified or something. Fairy! We're back in the second room of where we just were at, essentially. Like I said, it's pretty maze-like. But if you can remember where to go, it's really a really short dungeon. So we're sporting our shiny new orange-colored sword here. It's pretty dandy. And I get grabbed by the Wall Master. Intestinal Distress Factory, activate! Makes it a lot easier to deal with Wall Masters, I tell you what. I pretty much have to invisible my way past him. And the magic is now on me. And the magic cape is so handy. You can't even open boxes while you're a bunny. Now they have the big key, which is basically, like I said, just due north of that entry. It's Jet. So technically, so far you only needed to enter 2 rooms in the dungeon. And you get the big key. Come down here. Get rid of that jerk. And blow that up. And here we have the 4th room of the dungeon that we're entering. Well, it should be needing to ever enter. And playing with the joystick really does make this a little more annoying, folks. In my first game over! Yeah, thankfully, though, you enter from wherever you've entered. Yeah, just 4 rooms and you'll already get the treasure of the dungeon. The fire rod! The map. Not that it does you any good. I don't think I even get the compass. And now we need to go to the other side. Now, I've tried using Bombos. It doesn't burn the thing away. You have to use the fire rod. But Bombos will come in handy later, folks. I tell you what. Fire Rod is actually one of those tools that people really want back in Zelda games more often. I suppose it's because the lamp is a pretty lame dungeon treasure in games. I mean, when we get to Minish Cap, we'll be seeing the full extent of the lamp's usefulness in that game. And pretty much the lamp's usefulness is relegated to pretty much nearly nothing. But we'll get to that. I could be remembering wrong, and it could actually be used for just a bunch of lighting things puzzles. And there's actually a good thing, because it saved us a bit of time and gave us more health. Go up! Look at that pop screen. Ain't it glorious? Ether! And it kills him. I honestly do feel that magic power should be brought back into Zelda games more often. Because it's super handy in this game. In fact, this is probably the handiest magic ever gets. Here we are at the boss door. Or boss hole, as it were. What I understand, though, and it's one of the reasons I really want to get the new Zelda game, apparently they have magic and item quantities sort of combined together and yet removed all at the same time. You have like a recharging magic bar, as it were. It just slowly recharges and it's used for whenever you use an item or use that wall walking ability. Honestly, it looks pretty cool, and I would like to see how well it works out. Like I said in the earlier episode, I believe, that some people say the game's super special, awesome. But, like I also said then, who knows how much of that is bias. Thanks to you, I escaped clutches of the monsters. Do you know the prophecy, the great cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. The person with the evil heart gets the Triforce, and the heroes doesn't appear, and he alone must face the person and unleash the great cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, then nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Only a member of the Knights of the Hero. Yeah, pretty much all these people can really give you is, you're the hero! Go beat bad guy! Or, bad guy is bad! Did you know that? And that's how it goes. Pretty simple dungeon, though. Once you know what you're doing, at least. Then we can just get returned to the light room. Soup is all done. Time for Meowskivich to blabber some more. So yeah, let's see, we got Dungeon 3 done, Dungeon 4 done, Dungeon 1 done. Let's see. I think, yeah, I'm going to Dungeon 5 now. Because taking all this damage in the Dark World is, at this point, really cheesing the Meowskivich off. So we're just going to have to fix that. Oh yeah. Even in the Dark World, that spot there contains fairies. It's one of the more handy of the bottleable items, just because, you know, auto-revive. But the red potions and blue potions and green potions, they heal you to full, except for the green potion, which heals your magic to full, as does the blue. And though you can get to this one right here, this art piece I'm going for, you can get this like as soon as you get to the Dark World, I believe. But I decided to just hold off until then. Partially because in my practice run, I forgot to grab it until then. But, yeah. And I'm just grabbing some health. Just because it's there, and it's really handy to have that there too, because we're going to be using it a bit. Dungeon 5 is a hard one. Level 5 ice pals. I think you can use Bombos as well to kill the guy. In fact, I don't think you need the fire rod at all in order to get through this dungeon. But the fire rod is, I believe, a lot more cost-efficient, I guess you could say, than the Bombos spell. But we will be using Bombos in this dungeon. Oh, yes, we will. Now, apparently there's some switch puzzle that I'm really not aware of, but people say you can just completely beat with relative ease if you get the King of Samaria from Dungeon 6 first. I don't know what they speak of. Of course, it's partially because I don't do Dungeon 6 first, because the enemies in there hurt a lot. Like, it's really unfun. We got these evil King Wars. I don't really know what their names are. Die! And since they can be frozen, they are a prime source of magic. Now there is a room in this dungeon that you have to be careful of because, well, you get trapped in there. And you can use the magic mirror to just warp to the start of the dungeon, and I will be doing that, I believe, on video. But yeah, you need the long shot, or hook shot, or whatever you want to call it, that is located in Dungeon 2. And though there's not really much of a reason for just ignoring Dungeon 2 other than doing Dungeon 4 first, I'm still just ignoring Dungeon 2 just because I'm silly like that. Also, I kind of want to become super powerful and just sort of destroy that dungeon with, well, just a lot of ease, really. No flavorful adjectives there. Just ease. Yeah. I was derping around a bit, panicking a bit, not really remembering a good spot to stand to avoid the fire bar. Ding roars! And ether! Thanks for the magic. watch out for that. I don't have a key, so we can't get in there. And this is a trap. And we jump down to a room full of more ping wire. And this is the room where you get stuck. No choice but to warp out unless you have the hook shot. Check how long this is. That would be nice. I'll give it another 4 or so minutes. Can't be too terribly long. This is partially one of my more favorite and also least favorite dungeons combined. You have to knock them down, which is pretty easy. Not sure if it takes 2 hits with the normal Master Sword or not, but 1 hit with your sword ought to knock them down. Also, apparently, when your sword glows, when it's ready for, poking something, you're able to... Sorry, my mind is a little slow right now. Okay, when you're holding your sword out normally, you're not going to be doing too terribly much damage. But if you have out your sword and it charges up the little spot, it does an extra point of damage, I believe. Can't remember the logistics of it because I haven't tried it out for a while. But the thing is, when your sword is charged up in this game, you do more damage. Which I don't think it is like that in any other game. Which is a shame. Just a small detail. Aether! The power of the northern winds. I exterminate thee. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, that's an annoying staircase to get into. This room is your passageway to getting this dungeon treasure, but I don't have the big key yet. And the dungeon's treasure is pretty shiny. This can be an annoying room to get through. So I'm going to use the magic cape so that that can't hit me. But the thing with the magic cape is your ice physics really whack out. What happens is you don't have... I don't don't know what you call it. Basically, you're not slipping around, you just go twice as fast while you're going over ice. And you don't slide to a stop, you just burn in a direction, I guess. Sprinkle, sprinkle! And there's that room we were in before with the ping bars. So I still have not seen any block pushing puzzle. So I don't know what anyone's ever talking about when they speak about that. Maybe it's some alternate way through this dungeon that I am completely unawares. Hearts. Come on, me, hurry up. I got things to do, places to be, and nachos to eat. I don't really have nachos to eat. I do, however, have cans of chili. Though, since I just had soup, it doesn't really matter. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. Maybe I'll just have some almonds and oats and honey bar. Hearts. Hey, a key. Oh, I accidentally used the mirror. That was really not what I meant to do there, if I remember right. Seems like this is going to be a long episode, folks. We'll have to cut it off if it gets too long. That chest right there actually is the big key. Would you believe some people would actually edit? I was hoping this would be the 2-for-1 sort of special, but yes, it seems. So sadly, next time on Dragon Ball Z, we'll be finishing this dungeon. So, see you then, and goodbye.